There it is, man. Ultramagnetic MCs. Witness, you good?
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
It's all love, man. Ultramagnetic MCs are here right now. Roxanne Shante just in the building, man. I asked her to come in the studio. I see if she'll do it. She got her new show premiering today.
Yeah, today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rock the Bells Radio, Channel 43, formerly Backspin. But, of course, since LL joined the ship, there's now Rock the Bells Radio. It's a great addition.
It's a wonderful station, man. I tell you, a lot of the history we don't talk about. LL is covering all of it right now, and he's really killing it. So she's going to be on that show. Said G, and she's going to come in a minute. So you want to talk with Roxanne Shante, 888-742-3345. Hold up, DB. Hold on one second. You mentioned that you, Eric B., and Marley used to hang? Scott LaRock. You, Eric B, and Scott LaRock used to. How did you meet Eric B? Like, how did Scott and Eric used to hang out?
Yeah, Scott and Eric used to hang out. So what happened was Eric bought a SB12, but he wasn't technically savvy. So whenever he have a problem, he'll get me on the phone. Like, yo, Seth, it's frozen. What to do? I'll be like, Eric, just turn the shit off. So it was like that thing, Eric B for president was hot, and Scott we was working on his stuff, and we had just had that failure of To Give You Love. So when we put the Eagle tripping out, it was like the whole crew was rolling, Then Scott and them came back with the South Bronx, and like everybody was just popping.
Everybody was popping. Did you do any? You never worked with music with Eric?
No.
Okay.
No. I would love to, but
it ain't too late. Yeah. They on the road again, so you never know.
Yeah, we getting ready to go out and do the. Speaking of anniversaries, the Four Horsemen album is 25 years old, so we're getting ready to do a Four Horsemen tour.
Who all going on it?
Me, Keith, TR. We'll see if Mo's gonna come, but we're gonna go do that.
TR Love, man, I'll never forget him. I remember coming to New York when we were kids, and King Tech and I had our own company, All City Productions, our little independent label, and we had an artist by the name of Mr. Me on our who was from the Bronx.
Oh yeah,
remember Mr. Me?
Yeah.
And we signed him to our label, and then we had artists on the West Coast, Motion Man. Yeah, Motion.
Yeah, you had the Wake Up Show out in the West.
On the West Coast, and I remember it was hard to get music played. And I flew all the way to New York just on a humbug. Like, I'm just going to go to different places. And I ended up at T.R. Love's mother's record store.
Whoa. And
they ordered records and did them on consignment for us.
Yeah.
And from there, that was like one of my first breaks in New York. Chuck Chill Out, I went to a club he was playing at. Didn't know him. He didn't know me. I knew who he was.
Yeah.
And I brought him the Mr. Me record. Man, he listened to it and threw it on, dude. At that time,
that's how it used to be. If they felt it, they put it on.
Throw it on. Same with Jazzy Joyce. Same with Red Alert. These people will always hold a place in my heart because of that. Roxanne Shante is outside.
Yeah, I think so. And I think I saw a Little Fame. Seemed like he's with her too from MOP. I know.
Bring him in. Well, shit, Lil Fame and Roxanne Shante.
Unless she's got.
Man, we gonna open up this phone
somebody
line.
that is a twin.
Is that him? Is she here, ladies and gentlemen? She's here, the one and only Roxanne Shante.
In the building.
Oh, it is Fame. Look like it.
MOP in the building. Oh, it's Lil Fame. It's close enough.
Right. What's up?
What's going on?
What's up, Roxanne Shante?
Please believe it.
Yes, indeed. We got Ultramagnetic in here, Roxanne Shante. They celebrating their Critical Beatdown 30th anniversary. This woman right here, we had her on the show last time, man. This woman opened a lot of doors for a lot of people. It's a lot of people eating right here. She keeps her foot and her hand in the community as well. Today, she's starting a new job, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
she got a new check coming in.
Please,
congratulations.
Premiering at 4 p.m. on Rock the Bells Radio, Channel 43. The legendary LL Cool J has been curating one of the most progressive stations that hip-hop has ever seen.
Yes.
And he brought you on board.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited. I feel like like this is like the first day of school.
Yeah.
You know, like when you little and it's the first day of school. I got my new notebook. I got my new pencils. I got on my new sneakers. I can run real fast. You know? Yeah,
First
absolutely.
day gear for school.
Oh yeah,
First day.
absolutely.
You had
Yeah,
to have the new
you had to
first
have
day
the school
outfit.
clothes. Yeah, I had this. Let me listen. I had this ironed and laid out already for about a week.
Oh, damn.
like yeah,
That's
this
first
is
day.
it.
That's
the
at
first
the foot of the bed. At the
at the foot of the bed.
right. Hey, did y'all cross paths like in the early on around this time when Critical Beatdown came out, like in the late 80s, early 90s at all?
Even before then.
Okay.
Even before then, actually, you know, I'll let him tell it. Like, how do you know me? I'll let him tell it so this way the story comes out.
Reality TV.
Keith, how you know?
Keith, how do you know
I
me?
was, I think I was coming. I was walking around Queens one day, and I think I just saw her one time, and I was talking to her, and then somehow we just hung out, and then we went up to the Bronx, right? I took her with me to the Bronx, and then we just hung out. Took her to my mom's house. We made some.
He
French
took me
toast.
to meet his mother.
Yeah.
You know that's when you special. It was like, I'm gonna take you to meet my mom,
Yeah,
and she loved me.
Did she?
The whole family.
we
Did
made
you
some-
guys ever date?
We made some French toast.
We cooked and had
Yep.
French. No, you know what? Let me tell you. The thing about it is that you're talking about a time and an era where men and women could really meet and be friends.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Where it wasn't the hookup, where it wasn't the, you know, like you didn't meet on cell phones and you know, it was none of
Like
that.
in the
It was
34th Street,
right?
just talking with a piece of pen and a paper. So.
Yeah, exactly.
That was it? Keith didn't try to spit at you, though?
No. Let me tell you. You know what's so funny? We sat down. Let me tell you. We sat down and he told me. He said, "Listen, you know, I'm gonna be an MC." I was like, "Yeah, me too." Now, mind you, this is before Roxanne Shante, and before this is
Okay.
way before then.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And he was like, "I'm gonna be a star." I was like, "Yeah, me too." Like, but you think they not gonna know me? He said, "No, but the world is gonna know me." I said, "And you think they not gonna know me?"
That was funny.
You know, and it's
then,
so funny because we were so young, and he would come to Queensbridge, and he was like, "Yeah, if you're gonna be a battle rapper, you know, you got to make sure you do this and you got to do that." And I was like, "Yeah, but
Yeah, I
you
met her
too."
mother too. I met her mom.
Yeah.
You met her mom,
Yeah,
too?
Yeah, yes,
Wow.
yeah. So that's so funny. It's like, yeah,
Came right into Queensbridge. Nobody knew I was over there though. I just come in there. She lived on like the second floor in one of them buildings.
yep,
We even
absolutely.
ran into Shan.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, really?
Yeah, we used to just go everywhere. Brooklyn, Queens. We ran into Shan. That's when he had the bridge out. He was like, "Yo, Shan." He was
Craig
like,
G would hang with us sometimes. And-
Craig
yeah.
G, that's
And
my
we-
dude.
And it's so funny because you think about it, like when you start to. That's why I tell people that what you are going to become is what you say. So for us to meet, riding the train, talking and laughing and giggling, and this is before Roxanne Shante, before he became Cool Keith. This was just when we was just Keith and Shante, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a star," and I was like, "Yeah, me too." He was like, "No, but the world's gonna know me," and I was like, "Me too." Like don't make your dream bigger than mine.
Yeah, because I was seeing her after that. She did the Roxanne. This is. I was like, hold up, this person looked familiar, and I was like, nah, that can't be. And I was like, wow. And my mother was like, oh, you know, your friend has made a record. And then I said, yeah. And then I seen the video. She had like a little mink coat on or something. Remember that video you did with the mink coat?
Absolutely.
I said, oh shit, that is her.
Yeah, and then imagine when I'm getting ready to go into a show and I'm hearing MC's Ultra Magnetic. And I was like, yeah. And then he walks in here, I'm like, what you doing here? He was like, Cool Keith. I was like, oh.
But you didn't know I would make a record.
Right,
She
no, I
was
didn't know
making
it. You know what I'm saying?
We
We didn't
talked
know.
about doing some. We talked about we gonna be a star. We didn't say no. I told her I was gonna be an MC or something.
Did y'all after that, did y'all ever go in the studio together?
No, we didn't.
No, the next thing that we did after that was we did the Sprite commercial.
Yeah.
We did the Sprite commercial.
That
And
was big.
Yeah, we did the Sprite commercial. So that just shows you like the level of paths that we were able to cross. Like from each level of growth in this industry,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, hey Keith. He was like, hey Shante, what you doing? Yeah, I'm getting ready to do Sprite commercial. Yeah, me too. Like, it'll make your dream bigger than mine. Anytime you rise, I'm gonna be right there.
Yeah, because we met.
I told you, reality
And then,
TV.
she said that was real socialism. Like the kids now, they talk on the internet, on the phone, and they send shy emojis to each other. But back in the days, you'd be outside with a paper and a pen, and you meet somebody and like y'all end up talking, walking through the park.
And the traveling.
Yeah.
The traveling, because remember, I was way in Queens and he was way in the Bronx and not afraid to travel. Like, okay, listen, no, we'll meet halfway. Like, nah, you come to my hood one day, then I'm going to come to your hood. You know, you meet my mother. Because, you know, that's back in the days when your parents need to know who you were around, whether it was boy or girl. They just need to know where you at. You going to Queens to see this young lady, let's see, you know, who she is or whatever, you know. So you put on your best behavior. And that's just about friendship and just knowing, like, where we're going to go in life.
Oh man! And then to hear this story, I've never heard this story till today. Oh, that's amazing.
Roxanne Shante, look. Roxanne Shante has lived. Tune in 4 p.m. from 4 to 7. You never know who I know.
So let me ask you, Roxanne Shante.
Yeah.
Are these the kind of, you got to tell these stories on your show?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Oh wow! Because when you talk, see, this is the part of history that you don't see in the books. You don't see in these picture books that people put out. You don't always hear when these little fake docs that people are doing with half the truth in it. These are the stories that we want to hear, man. These nuances, and so this is what you're gonna do. Part of what you're gonna do at your show.
Absolutely. What it is just being able to take everybody back into time so that you can actually sit down and say, okay, you know what, this is what I'm going to do every day, Monday through Friday from 4 to 7. I am going to relive hip-hop, relive my childhood, relive the stories. I'm going to see what it was like to walk through the Roxy's, walk into the Fever, run off the train, jump the turnstile, fall, slip. You know, like I'm going to take you through everything.
Get some ice cream cones off of Mr. Softy.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be able to do that. You know, split some Chinese food, you know, that type of stuff.
Wow.
Remember you and your girl get the chicken wings and fried rice? Y'all sit in the park.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Around Keith's block, he had a Chinese restaurant, and I'm not making this up. And he used to eat this shit faithfully. They served orange rice.
Yes.
And it wasn't no artificial coloring. I used to go, you eating that? He goes, this shit is good.
Orange rice?
Orange rice.
You know, I think
Vitamin A.
every hood had their own specialty, their own special rice.
Some hoods got the beige, some got tan. I had orange.
Yeah, we
chicken wings and orange rice.
Orange rice. We got Franklin on the line from Washington. Franklin, good morning.
Franklin, what's popping?
Good morning.
How you doing? What's your question?
Yeah, my question is for Cool Keith. Man, it's just an honor for taking my call. Growing up in high school, mid-'90s, I'm half white, half Puerto Rican. My dad wouldn't let me have Ultramagnetic MC album in the house. And I would just sneak down to my brothers in the hood, and we would just rock out, man. It would be awesome listening to the tape on the way to the shows. But my question is for Cool Keith, you know, with all your different aliases, who influenced you doing that? Where did that come from? And do you think you influenced Eminem in having his aliases? Thank you.
Well, you know, I used to listen to a lot of funk records back in the days. I think George Clinton really did that to me with like the Brides of Funkenstein. He had you know, Sir Nosy and all of them, and I was like, they was doing like 7 different records, you know, Parliament Funkadelic. I was noticing in the music industry, you know, people had one deal, and I used to try to get 4 or 5 or 6, 7 record deals, and I would change my name because they say you can't get out of contracts. And I used to tell Seth, that's no way that they're gonna trap me in no contract. So I would turn into somebody else on another label and put out a record or sign with somebody. One time, I think I had the most deals with anybody. I was signed to Capitol, DreamWorks, you know, Wild Pitch. I didn't care. I was just a deal catcher. So I think it was George Clinton and mostly the funk bands that made me take that route for the gain of all those songs and music. And because I was as one person, I felt that I wasn't fulfilling enough to make myself happy with being one person. I had to make more albums. I had to become more people.
Cool Keith.
Yeah, I like that. I did the same thing for the IRS.
Did y'all just catch that last comment? Like, he said, I had to become more people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, thanks for your call, man. Michael in South Dakota. Go ahead.
What's
Good morning.
popping?
Yo, what's popping, guys?
What's going on, man? We got these icons in here. You got a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to know what influenced the hip hop game, and who's one of the best MCs to do it around.
Everybody was good in the 80s and the golden age. I think everybody had a different style. Like right now, it's no best. Basically, everybody was distinctive.
Yeah, because everybody had their own lane. Like Roxanne Shante was Roxanne Shante.
Yeah.
KRS was KRS. You know, Rakim was Rakim. Kid and Play was Kid and Play. You know,
Big
that's
Daddy
what it
Kane
was.
was Big Daddy
Kane.
Kane. Coogee
Everybody
Rap was
wasn't sounding
Coogee
the
Rap.
same.
You couldn't
Heather
back
B
then,
was Heather B.
Right.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Right. It was no biting allowed.
yeah, she didn't
No
sound
biting
like
allowed.
Shantae, and
No biting allowed.
She didn't throw shoes
Yeah.
at Shantae.
Oh.
She didn't throw
You know what I'm
shoes.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
But why? But Shante, to explain why was that the golden rule? No biting allowed.
Because what it is that you needed to show your creativity. You wanted to be an individual. You wanted to be. You came into the game in order to be the best. And in order to be the best, you needed to beat the best. But you needed to be different. It needed to be something unique about you. Everyone had to have their own uniqueness. And I think that's where it came up with your own style. Because you would think that you would sit down, you would write rhymes. Most people wrote rhymes with no music. So that meant you had your own individual, your music in your head, your own individual flow. You know, for someone like me who was just a freestyle, a person who just did freestyles, there was no music, there was no flow. It was just going to be different each time. But for those who sat down and really wrote, you know, they had their own rhythm in their head. And everybody's thoughts are not going to be the same. So I think that's where it was. But now everybody listens to music. They sit down. It's the same beat. It might be the same rhythm. It might be the same chords. So because of that, the flow comes out the same.
Yeah.
So the thoughts may be different, but the flow comes out the same. And we really listen to the flow. So
Remember somebody blamed the current state of hip hop on the producers? Who was that, Wonder?
I said that.
It's kind of
But
could equate it to that.
See, I see it two different ways. To Roxanne's point, like, if you was doing live shit, you had to be dope.
Okay.
Like, if you show up to a party or to a battle or the YMCA, Boys Club, wherever you at, you had to be original. I think shit got crazy in the studio because even when you go back and listen to the Sugar Hill Gang, giving props to Grandmaster Caz, dude is spitting Caz fucking verse on the record.
Yeah.
He's spelling his name out.
No, he even said the name.
He said his name.
Spelled it out.
You spelling out. So here it is from the beginning of time of hip hop. Somebody else was saying somebody else's shit on wax.
Yeah.
Niggas don't talk about that shit. It's just like, be real.
That's real.
But it wasn't real all the way. It was real when you had to do shit live. That was real. To Shantae's point, battling was real. You had to be original. You had to be dope. You had to have your own authenticity. Somewhere, Sway, everybody, shit got crazy in that studio.
Yeah.
If somebody heard somebody saying something else in the next room, to your point, and your record got trashed, best believe one of these vultures was coming, and anybody rhyme could have been on the next record. And that's facts. And nobody don't talk about that shit.
Yeah, we saw it as
That's true.
when you were biting, we saw it as, to Shantae point, you always wanted to be the best. Well, if you make it there and you're biting, then you cheated.
Hell yeah.
You know,
You lost notches.
you lost notches because I took said G style to become the best. Then
But now
he
that
should be the
shit,
best.
now that shit is so obvious.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Now they don't care no more. Like,
They
I'm
don't.
gonna sound like this.
Yeah.
They
They don't
like
even
you said.
use words no more.
You know, one thing is like now, if you get a prop for sounding like somebody, that's a prop.
That's a problem.
Like, you
Like,
ain't
yo,
gotta
you
use
sound
words
like
no
oh,
more.
word, that's dope.
Yeah.
We
Like,
don't even use
that ain't
words
like,
no more.
huh?
That's true.
So it was actually Russ who had put the blame on the producers.
the young artist Russ,
Exactly.
newer generation artist. by the name of
Yes,
Russ.
for making
You
everything
kind of
sound
put it there,
monotonous.
but it's not the total thing. You know, it's a combination
big
of a bunch
piece
of
of
things.
it.
But it's a big piece.
But you know what
well,
I'm
it's all
wondering?
about. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No worries at all.
Well, you
Finish
know
your
what?
thought.
Because it's all about the money and what they feel is going to sell. And unfortunately, our young people, they are influenced by one thing and then they start to stay on that one thing. But see, that's the catch too, why so many artists do not have longevity anymore.
Right.
Because if you sound like this, then when they no longer like that, they move on to the next thing. But if you were unique and they only wanted to hear that sound, they had to come back to you
Yeah.
in order to hear that sound.
But-
So yeah, I think that's where it is now.
But as
Okay.
a producer, it kind of falls into the same line of what Heather was saying. As a producer, like Roxanne was saying, as a producer, you want your own style.
Yeah.
Everybody knew Marley's style. Everybody knew Seth G's style. Everybody knew Primo's style. Now the producers don't care about his style. They just want to do what, like Roxanne just said,
Whatever's popular.
what's popping. Oh, I can make it sound like that. I don't need a style. I wanted to sound like his and hers.
So how do you?
But you know what's messed up too? The DJs is like that too. That shit became an epidemic disease.
A virus.
Because you're playing
Life-threatening.
the same shit that the same next guy made, that the same next guy made. So one ain't helping the other.
Did we lose control of the culture?
Yeah,
in terms of the music.
the music's the same, the videos
the
are the
same?
same. If you put on a videos show right now, even though you put them on, you turn the volume down, it just looks like one continuous video because everybody's doing the same thing. It's no more crazy Busta Rhymes videos, Keith in the straight jacket, Roxanne in the mix. It's no more of those. Heather video with
Heather
her
was hard. She
uniqueness.
just looked like she was beating
It's
people
no
up.
more of that. Now it's just
One video.
okay. Let's get the girls. Let's get the champagne. Let's get the fancy car.
Stand in front of it with
Yeah, it's just that now. It's like
We got ultramagnetic MCs in here celebrating the 30th anniversary of Critical Break Beatdown. Roxanne Shante celebrating her first day on the job today at 4 p.m. on Channel 43, Rock the Bells Radio. Red Bandit from Brooklyn on the line. What up, Red Bandit?
oh no.
Peace.
Peace.
What up, everybody?
What's
What's
up,
going
family?
on?
I appreciate it. First of all, Sway and Heather, congratulations for all these years. I've been listening, but I ain't get a chance to speak to you guys. Roxanne, my sister, congratulations to you for your show. I'm
Thank
constantly talking and supporting Ultramagnetic, my old label mates, my brothers. How y'all doing, man?
Good,
Yeah.
babe.
Wow, that's great, man. How you been, man?
I'm good, brother. I'm blessed. So if you don't mind, I wanted to jump in because it's very refreshing to hear what you all are talking about from our era and for our culture, for hip-hop. And all of your points are very valid, from Sway with this epidemic, from what you said. I think it was Keith was talking about. No, Keith said it was an epidemic.
Yeah.
But it's just out of control. But then also Shante was talking about the money, because it just got everybody blindsided. And if I think that we all have the power, I'm talking about from our beginning generation, we can kind of bring it all back around. I'm all down for all freedom of speech, but that creativity is lost, like Shante said. Back in the days, I was getting off on the freestyles, the battles, the Kumo D's and the freaking Busy Bees and the Shantays. It's like, if that excitement isn't there anymore. And again, the creativity isn't there anymore. When I came out, I was rhyming. I was a hardcore MC until I got signed, and then I had to conform. And I got locked into being the cool lover boy, because I do like to write love songs. I talk about women and relationships. Yeah. I don't degrade women, but I'm just a lover. You feel me? So I took a hold of that.
Well, you do deserve like you said, you do deserve a variety in music, which you don't got no more.
And there isn't, even back down to the creativity. And let me and Shante, if you don't mind, if I could say this, I was listening to your promo with you and Silk when y'all was breaking it down. And I was on the road. I was coming up from Georgia, because I was really trying to come and surprise you. But you was breaking down the top 5. I believe that it's hard to come up with a top 5 when, to me, top 5 should be in different categories. To me, because I got top 5 old school, I got top 5 freestyle, top 5 underground, top 5 female MCs. Like, it's just a lot. And I think our new generation needs the lesson of, the creators and the timeline and the lineage of what all of you all laid down. You feel me? Like, Kool Keith has maintained to be so original, but it's like, and some of these cats, when I talk about them, I try not to sound so ancient and foreign, but I be trying to enlighten them to who's who and what's what. But somebody had mentioned something about these producers. So the producers are doing exactly that, and it comes to the money, because they want to have that same sound, that X-like beat, that X-like so-and-so, and then it just, sorry for rambling, but it's like I was just hearing all of it, and it's like trying to put it all together just so it can make sense. But
well, man, it's not rambling, man. Get that off, man. And I appreciate you calling. I appreciate you tuning in, man.
Well, that still go back,
therapy.
That still go back to like
Therapy.
Brass Construction didn't sound like the Commodores. The Commodores didn't sound like Confunction. Confunction didn't sound like the Ohio Players. It's still, they didn't do all that.
Well, those were musicians too.
Slave
You
didn't
know, what I mean,
sound
they
like-
actually played instruments.
Well, still musically.
yeah.
Well, a
they-
lot
they
of us
did.
hip hop cats play instruments.
A lot of yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
I
I
play
think
drums.
right, but I'm gonna tell you where I
point.
think the whole thing got confused and where the whole problem started. It all started when the record company said, "We want to sign someone who sounds like someone else."
Yeah.
So meaning, if you were getting ready to get a deal, they said, "We will sign him because he sounds like Biggie. We will sign him because he sounds like Pac." So therefore, people thought that their own individuality or their own creativity was not going to be enough because now they are only signing people who sound like. So people went back home. And rewrote everything so that they could sound like Jay-Z, so they could sound like Nas, so they could sound, and that's what happened. The record company did that because everybody was searching for a record deal, and they needed to do whatever the record company wanted. And that's the same thing that happened with females in the industry, with the women in the industry, because now it was like, we don't care how talented she is or what her delivery is, we need her to look like such and such.
Yeah.
We need her to rhyme like such and such. So that's where everything got mixed up. I mean, if the part that hurt me the most about hip hop, and I know we weren't really talking about it, but I just needed to say it. The part that hurt me the most about hip hop, being a female rapper, being a woman who is very good at my craft, what hurt me the most was the most prominent figure for a female in hip hop became the video chick. And when that happened, I was devastated because I remember going on stage, pulling plugs, fighting with them, going through these changes, trying to get us the microphone, getting these record companies to see us as, you know, a viable entity to be able to make money for them to see that. You know, we did all of these things, breaking these doors down, going through all these things. And then there was a whole generation where the most prominent figure for a female in hip hop was the video chick.
I thought that was.
She
I
made
thought I
more.
saw
She
it.
actually
I
got.
ain't see
She
that.
made more money than the female rapper.
Oh yeah.
She was more sought after than the female rapper. She became that extra on the record. Not the fact that, oh, you have some girls who can spit, you got some girls who have talented, some girls who can deliver these lyrics. No, we want someone who can deliver the look. So after that, I was devastated. I was like, my heart.
Roxanne Shante, give her a round of applause.
Pass me the tissue. My
There you
heart
go.
was
Yeah,
broke.
somebody give her a hug. Somebody hug
Somebody
Shante.
hug me.
All right.
Somebody hug. Thank you for the. Thank you.
4 p.m. today,
For the
Channel
camera.
43, Rock the Bells Radio. You can hear her new show, Have a Nice Day.
Yep, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, and then Ultramatic MCs. Man, go ahead and pick up the album if you haven't got it. 30-year anniversary.
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
Critical Beatdown, man. Are y'all gonna tour?
Yeah, we're doing that.
We got a couple
25 year
dates
for a
coming
Horseman
Okay.
tour.
Okay, cool.
Got
And
something in Philly next month. You know. Matter of fact, I saw Roxanne when she did something in Philly in the summer.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
thanks for coming through, guys.
Yeah, I'm, you know, like me, I adjusted to get back with Ultra sometimes to do their tours and stuff. So, but I'm still doing what I'm doing.
many peoples.
The Octagon, you know.
You gonna still do Dr. Octagon?
No,
every day?
that's still my life normally.
Okay.
But I'm came back to the group.
Are there any more
But-
peoples?
I like to say that we all got to keep moving and doing what we're doing distinctively, and you know, you can't get mad at what is going on. We got to just fix what's going on and do something different. But
Lead by example, man. We all here. We all eating. We all breathing. We all viable. We all got. We on the road. We got jobs. Shante got another check.
yeah,
I mean,
every top of that check.
and thank
With
you
DJ
to LL.
Silk,
yeah,
absolutely.
Silk.
Shout out to my co-host DJ Silk.
Yeah,
So
we
quiet.
thought Silk was Lil Fame for a second. Man.
I thought he was too. I done called him Lil
Yo,
Fame like
Silk,
5
what up, baby? You
What's
good?
going on, Sway?
You ready to
What's
set
up,
it off,
Heather?
man?
Of course,
you
of
go,
course.
You gonna take it to another level today?
That's why I'm her DJ.
There it is,
Yeah.
man. DJ Silk, man. I can't wait to hear y'all today. And salute to LL Cool J, man.
Absolutely.
He's been making a lot of magic happen up here at Sirius XM. If y'all haven't heard his station, Channel 43, Rock the Bells Radio. We want to thank our guests for coming by today. Cress Williams, Black, a.k.a. Black Lightning.
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
Season 2 premiering tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, on the CW.
CW, Sway.
Okay, and then also we want to thank
DJ Cookies.
for coming by today as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
She
and
brought us gifts.
she brought us gifts.
Yeah.
And then Heather, how can they reach you?
At the happy hour, WHB.
DB, how can they reach you, man?
It's really DB.
Wonder.
At DJ Wonder everywhere.
Twitter, Instagram for me,
DJ
citizens.
Wonder.
How
At
can
it's Tracy G.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tracy. Do that again.
All good. ITSTRACYG.
Okay, Roxanne Shante.
The letter I, the letter M, Roxanne Shante on everything.
Okay, Sarah G, you on social media?
Not really. I'm doing a lot of nonprofit work.
Okay.
Just go out for the faction.
Okay.
Faction, you know, we're doing a lot of incredible things. Like I just got a citation from the councilman Andy King up in the Bronx. You know, we doing our thing.
Stunning on us, Sarah. Just stunning on us.
As Roxanne and Keith said, you know, you got to fix it. Don't cry over it. You know, you got to get out there and put your hands on it.
Put some action. Put it to action.
Stop the talk.
Okay.
You know, we heard a lot of the talk.
Okay.
Action time.
Good to see you, Sarah G. Keith, how can they reach you, man?
Ultraman 7000 Twitter and Cool Keith official Instagram.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm at Real Sway, man. You can check all this stuff out. You go to SiriusXM.com.
/on demand, and you could go to MTV right now too. Sway's on.
I'm on MTV right now. Okay, we doing TRL. We get to Shante. We getting checks, baby. Come on,
check,
man.
Check it out. Check it out.
Check it out. Another check. Go to Sway's Universe. We're gonna post an interview on Sway's Universe YouTube channel and the website. Until tomorrow, we have nothing left to say.